We know that God used ravens in order to bring food for Elijah in the Old Testament while he was hiding from King Ahab after his announcement. But sometimes God called animals to be the food for his people. Good morning, I'm Pastor Ernie Lewis of the Blue Point Church in Sisney, Illinois, with your thoughts for Thursday. You know, it is Thanksgiving Day. We are actually reminded to be thankful people that more than just on the fourth Thursday in November each year. Perhaps the children of Israel were the least thankful people that we will ever read about in the scriptures, despite the fact that they were God's chosen people, and the fact that he did provide for their needs and give them protection and guidance and sometimes even groceries. While God had provided a miraculous bread, it was called manna. It was delivered on their doorstep every day. They could make bread and cakes with it in order to have something to eat. But still, they complained that this was not enough for them. In Numbers chapter 11, they said, "The children of Israel also wept again and said, 'Who will give us meat to eat?' We remember the fish which we ate freely in Egypt, the cucumbers, the melons, the leeks, the garlic. But now our whole being is dried up. There is nothing at all except this manna before our eyes." You know, they certainly remembered the melons and the leeks and the garlics from Egypt. Apparently it slipped their mind that they were actually held as slaves in that country and used to build their beautiful cities there. And now their cry is that they are drying up. They have nothing at all except this miraculous manna before their eyes, that which God has given to them as a provision out in the wilderness. And it's almost more than we can take hearing this blessed nation cry about being forgotten, about having no one to care for their every need. But God, who is rich in his mercy toward his people, came to their rescue. So in Numbers chapter 11, he says, "Now a wind went out from the Lord, and it brought quail from the sea. And he left them fluttering near the camp, about a day's journey on this side and about a day's journey on the other side, all around the camp, and about 2 cubits above the surface of the ground. And the people stayed up all day, all night, and all the next day, and gathered the quail." You see, God had miraculously furnished them with bread. Now he is miraculously furnishing them with the meat. Can you imagine the picture of the abundance of quail here that are like 3 feet deep? They're all over it took them all day, one day, all night, and all the next day in order to gather what God had given them as this provision. I hope that complaining and whining doesn't sound like us today. I mean, what has God given me today that I haven't even noticed, let alone been thankful for? This is just a reminder to carry the Thanksgiving attitude beyond today and probably even beyond tomorrow. Let's not let tomorrow's leftover turkey sandwiches be the last thing that brings us Thanksgiving. But let's daily remember what God does for us in a miraculous way, providing for his people.